All right, everybody, welcome to IMBA TV, where everything is in balance. We are in the finals of the EU Craft Cup number 31. We are glad to have you here as I'm MC Duss, and Jim Rayner will go ahead and take it away. Optic Zero facing off against Cyplo here, and Optic Zero sitting at 1 point, and Cyplo sitting at none. So these players spawning at the cross position. What are you thinking, Jim?
Well, this is Craft Cup main event 31. This is the finals, and the winner is going to be given an invitation to the King of the Month tournament on Sunday, March the 6th. That's the first thing I'm thinking about. The other thing I'm noticing is that we're going to see a different game because Optic Zero warps in a pylon right beside his Nexus, something he did not do in Game 1. Cyplo is doing the same thing. He has warped a pylon right beside his Nexus. Both players are just chrono boosting in probes at this point. Because this is a 4-player map, these players are uncertain of the exact location of their enemies. So the scouting process will include figuring out where their enemy is, and that could have an impact on the build order they select. Both players warping in gateways in their main base beside their Nexus. Both players warping in assimilators as well. So totally mirrored build orders at this time. Conservative standard play by both players. MC Duffs, is there anything you'd like to add as we see? Let's look at Cyplo. Cyplo moving a scout out to a main base where he'll find nothing. Optic Zero will find Cyplo immediately.
That's right, and nothing too much to add. This is for the $50 of today's event, as well as the spot, like you were saying, in the King of the Month. Now, Optic Zero not throwing down any type of cheese yet.
No. Well, what we might see is the Korean 4 gate. We might see Optic Zero place a pylon inside, and is that what we're going to see? See, the thing is, also, Cyplo is sort of walling off his base by creating this little... I think he might place something in this space here, I'm not sure. Definitely, Optic Zero looks like he's looking to place a pylon somewhere. We'll see. Cyplo is stopping the assimilator from being built. Now, the Cybernetics core is almost completed. Optic Zero has backed away and stopped scouting Cyplo's main base as Cyplo chrono boosts in the warp gate tech on his Cybernetics core. Second gateway nearly completed for Optic Zero. And Cyplo wants to limit Optic Zero's gas, and he's done so with that assimilator. This causes Cyplo to build the gateway a little bit later. The second gateway goes down a little bit later. And
look at this, two more gateways here for Optic Zero, completing his 4 gate. Now, is Cyplo going to be expecting this? Now, Cyplo did do a gas steal and has this assimilator still sitting at full health in Optic Zero's base.
Yep, already mentioned that.
I'm sure. Just reiterating.
Beautiful. Optic Zero continuing forward with the standard 4 gateway opening. Cyplo is laying pylons down at various locations throughout his main base. And there is the forward pylon by Optic Zero. I think he's going to have a bit of problem, though, passing these sentries because they'll be able to place force fields.
That's right, 3 at a time, or 3 of them, because there are 3 sentries out. And there's the first force field. And the forward pylon,
I don't know. Yeah, and I think Cyplo is going to win all these little battles. I mean, Optic Zero's at a huge disadvantage right now. So
and the placement of this pylon doesn't really opt for Optic Zero to... oh, well, actually, you know what? Here's the second pylon to correct me on that. To be able to jump up the ledge there, warp in on top of the ramp is what I'm mainly talking about here.
Yeah. And here we go. All it takes is one force field off by 1 hex.
That's right.
Now, in the background here, 3 warp gates for a Cyplo. So I think Cyplo is going to tech up to a robotics facility. We'll see. But both players have warp gate technology. Optic Zero is running off of 4 warp gates. Cyplo is running off of 3 warp gates. Optic Zero off of 4.
Yep. And Optic Zero, you know, continuing with his early aggression as he has done as he did in the last game, and he usually does the early aggression in the matchups that he plays. From the matches that I've seen Optic Zero play anyway.
And Optic Zero is abandoning his offense and allowing those pylons to be destroyed. So now, after about 5 minutes of intense back and forth with warp gate aggression, we see that Cyplo is at 24 probes, Optic Zero is at 22 probes. The difference really is less gas.
And look at this. That gas steal is still going on in Cyplo. In Optic Zero's base by Cyplo.
Oh, he
finally being taken care of. But there is also a robo facility for both these players going down right now.
And Cyplo's at 6 stalkers, Optic Zero's at 7 stalkers. Cyplo took all that extra gas that he used from this second assimilator and used that to build 3 sentries, which were able to nicely wall off his base. So credit to Cyplo now as a robotics bay building, and Cyplo's got a substantial gas advantage at this point. So it'll be a
and look at this confrontation in the middle of the map. We've got 8 stalkers here fighting Cyplo's main force. Force field's going down.
Nice force field by Cyplo.
The thing is
Optic
Cyplo
Zero's in big trouble.
The thing those force fields actually ended up hurting Cyplo. He wasn't able to take out Optic Zero's stalkers because of them.
Well, he did back off, but it did allow him to take apart a couple of the stalkers, and in fact, if you compare the armies at this point and the tech, this did allow Cyplo to gain a tech advantage. And it also allowed him to take out that forward pylon. Colossus now by Cyplo on the way. And the Thermal Lance upgrade is not even being researched. Forward pylon about to be placed by Cyplo. Cyplo's observer will prevent any Optic Zero observation. Optic Zero is building an expansion nexus. Fascinating choice. Both players sit on 27 probes mining off of 1 base. Cyplo has got 7 stalkers, 11 zealots, 1 colossus, 3 sentries. Optic Zero has got 10 zealots, 6 stalkers. Finally, we notice a colossus coming out for Optic Zero. Now that the Colossus has joined Cyplo's army composition, let's see if Cyplo elects to move in. Cyplo's got to believe that he would get a Colossus more quickly because he stopped the gas early in the game of one of the assimilators. And his nice observer by Cyplo. And Optic Zero has to sacrifice a zealot to figure out what Cyplo's up to at the bottom of his ramp. Two Colossus by Cyplo, 1 Colossus by Optic Zero. I'll tell you what, man, Cyplo is going to annihilate Optic Zero with the additional Colossus.
He is doing some heavy damage, and that's for sure. And
whoever has the lead in the Colossus count is going to win, I think.
And you know what? The Colossus count is even, but Cyplo was able to go in and do more damage right away. So it looks like Optic Zero's got nothing. And GG's, Cyplo takes the win. So we're going to see a tie game already in this best-of-5 series. And yes, we are aware of the colors being wrong on the overlay.
And the second Colossus didn't arrive until later during the battle.
That's what happens when I'm not in the game.
Yeah,
colors change, I don't notice.
For sure. No problem, Tori. So here we go.
You want to join in on me?
Yep, I'm in the next game already.
Why don't you at least join in, Torre, so that you can at least get the colors? How about that? And then leave later.
That broadcall nearly murdered me before because of that.
I'll let you know. I'll tell you the colors. It's fine.
Just if they change.
Yeah, of course.
So Jungle Basin, a map that has been removed from Blizzard's official ladder map pool, will be game 3 between these players.
That's right. And Cyplo relogged there real fast.
Yep.
For those who don't know who we are, I'm MC Duffs, and with me is Jim Rayner,
Yo.
as well as Torre.
Yes, I am here too. I speak very good English.
And we're just waiting for Cyplo to join the game here.
Yeah. English is my second language, but I'm working on it and trying to perfect my communication in the English language. And we got lag comments here.
What's your main language?
And it looks like
Right.
Cyplo will be blue and Optic Zero will be pink. So go ahead and keep it the same, no problem. Countdown has begun. Jungle Basin is the map. We're ready to rumble. Alright, everybody, welcome to Imba TV, where everything is in balance. I'm MC Dust, with me is Jim Rayner. We're going to be bringing you this finals event, best of 5 series, against Cyplo, who's sitting on 1 point, and Optic Zero, who is also sitting at 1 point. And, you know, we're going to keep going into this, as this is a best of 5 in this CraftCup main event, number 31. Take it away, Jim.
Get that one in there quickly.
Yep, I got it in.
Zero. Perfect. Optic Zero is warping a pylon right beside his Nexus, so we're not going to see a cannon rush from Optic Zero. We saw your standard 4-gate by Optic Zero in Game 2. We saw a cannon rush in Game 1 by Optic Zero. Now the winner of this event will be invited to the King of the Month tournament on March the 6th. Only 4 players get invited. The winner gets $250, and the winner must defeat 2 opponents in best 3 out of 5 series. Optic Zero warps in a gateway right beside his Nexus, indicating at least a degree of standardness to his play. Cyplo does this exact same thing. We see Cyplo sending a scouting probe into the middle of the map, just as Optic Zero does the same thing. Jungle Basin is a 2-player map, and so both of these participants are well aware of where their opponent is located on this map. They don't have to do any scouting to figure that out. Now we'll notice that probes from Cyplo and Optic Zero enter their opponent's main base at virtually the same time. Both players are very confident of witnessing a standard build order from both players. 2 pylons, 1 gateway, cybernetics.
4, yep.
Yep.
So it's going to be mirrored for the first off. We'll see what happens. The main deviation that happened in the last one was the 4-gate from Optic Zero and the 3-gate choice from Cyplo.
And we're just going to watch Optic Zero's pylon because he likes to lay pylons, or we're going to watch Optic Zero's most forward probe because Optic Zero loves to, and Optic Zero's probe just died.
Yeah, he loves to lay down those pylons, that's for sure.
What's he going to do now?
Looks like he's going to play.
Is the game over?
Nope. There's just no cheese, Jim.
All right. Stalker will be the first fighting unit for Optic Zero. No Zealot, and we see Warp Gate technology being chrono boosted in by both players. Stalker will be the first fighting unit for Cyplo. So Cyplo won the initial scouting battle. His probe lives. Optic Zero's scouting probe died. Second gateway for Optic Zero. Sentry will follow.